The other day, I think I mentioned that we've been to Global House to buy all the bits and pieces and sanitary ware and such like. It was all delivered yesterday morning. We spent the whole day there. Loon was with us till lunchtime. We've got everything to finish off other than a few more bits and pieces, and the septic tanks and things like that we've still got to buy. So we've got all the toilets and bathroom stuff, showers, all the pipes and everything, and also bought the fridge for the kitchen because we needed to find out what size it was so that I can, well, I've designed the kitchen now, it's done. So as you can see, this is the difference between other countries and Thailand. Everything's all under our crawl space here. Everything that we need. There's a cement board there that's going to go around part of the beam. You'll see later. You can also see they're rendering. They've done one side already. They did that yesterday. Over there, that's all done. But this is all the electrical stuff, showers, plumbing, all the bits and pieces, the wire, the cable, etc. So yeah, we've got 50 bags of render. Whether that will be enough, I don't know, but it's better to have not enough quite than too much, because that don't keep. So I think we're down to about 3 or 4 bags. Yeah, 3 bags of the actual bonding cement. So also built the retaining wall up here where our outside kitchen is going to be. This will all be rendered as well. As you can see, he's took the support out of that one there. They will bring the blocks up either side. Here she is. There's the lovely Ruby. She wants me to play with her stick, look, eh? You want me to play with a stick, huh? Huh? What do you want? Kiss the stick then. No, you don't want me to kiss. You want to come and get it, yeah? You can't jump there. No, it's too far. Too far. She's chilling out. She's chilling out. She loves it. Right, don't throw it on the floor now. She's got all dust on her nose. I better go and sort her out. There we go. She just gave me the stick. There it is. All right. Ready to get it? Get it. Mixing the render in the background there. So yeah, that's the soundtrack that we got. Yeah. Ready? Ready? Woo! Morning. It's December the 22nd. I was down here very early this morning. Before it was light, it was dark when I arrived. Mother-in-law's coming round for a checkup. Look, she's checking up on the workmanship of these guys. Anyway, I'll catch up. I'll show you that in a bit. I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a minute. Anyway, Mon and I went to, as I said to you the other day, we needed to increase the number of tiles for our bathroom. We arrived at the tile place, asked them if they would have any more of the particular tile we've got, and they said, yeah, we've just had a delivery. So that averted any form of problems between Mon and I, not that there ever is. We just increased the number of tiles that we needed. Job done. Didn't even have to change the style or anything. They are actually, both the red bed bathrooms are going to be identical. So there you go. Anyway, I'll show you what I mean. So both sides, obviously one pallet there, one pallet there. They're there for the bathrooms. And they've got plenty left, so if we want to get any more, they've got stacks of them. Also, as you can probably see, up on the back there, on the entertainments area, We've also had the delivery of our tiles for the floor throughout the house. I'll show you the pattern in a minute. But yeah, 210 square meters of tiles. They've got to put them all down before they put these windows, or they're not windows, I keep saying windows, they're actually bifold shutters. It's just solid wood shutters. You'll see at a later stage what they look like, obviously, but I should do a video about that wood making or wood machining workshop later on. As you can see, they've rendered now 2 sides here of the actual where the wood shutters are going. See, they've rendered all the hard block walls. They've not gone inside yet. Mother-in-law's on the rob, on the cadge. Plastic, sell it for later. The walkway now has plasterboard on it, and that is the moisture resistant ones. Loom was saying about putting like a beading along there. Oh, I don't like the look of that. It looked really bad, so I'd rather have clean edges. Anyway, they've also put cement board around here on a steel frame to cloak these beams so they look swide, but I actually would have preferred them just to have them as they were, but he said it's very difficult to get a finish on them yet. What he's planning on doing is rendering that up there. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I have also took stock of what materials we got and moved them from where they were to back on the entertainments area so that I can, so I'll see what we got left. And we swept up and tied it up as well. So it was all over there before, but they obviously want to render and they want to put the ceilings in the walkway. And the ceilings will come all the way around here as well. The same as you've already seen. And that will essentially seal in the house. So Mr. and Mrs. Sparrow can't get in. Well, until we put the doors and the windows in and everything, or shutters. Yeah, there's the tiles. And if you can see, that's the pattern. So a wood effect, wood looky-likey, and that's all the way through, every room, every walkway, everywhere. I think we're probably a little shy on them. I didn't want to get over, like I said, most of these tile places, they have infinite supply, or they can get hold of it. So that's what we'll hopefully be able to get some more later. They've said they've got, this is 210 square meters that I saw in the particular warehouse that we were in, that they had actually got at least another 30 square meters in there. So I don't foresee us having any problem getting it. The only thing is when you buy tiles in this quantity, there's a production run. But I don't know. Will it make a lot of difference? We'll see. Fabrication there, framework that's been screwed, or actually it's got rebar going into the beams. The steel goes across then to the house, and that's then screwed into the blocks. And then the steel supports go across, and then those steel that's poking out at the end there, that's what they affix the plasterboard to. The top framework is you're able to walk on it, and then we will have all the electrics go around there, and they won't be in sight once it's all finished. There's also going to be downlighters in that ceiling there, and the first fix for we've got 2 outside lights by our front door. That's been done. That's the first part of the first fix of the electrics. There you go. Talking into a camera while you're walking down the stairs is not a good idea, otherwise you've got arse over head. Mon and I have been clearing around the side of the building, putting all the bits of sand, bits of cement and blocks and rubbish that's there. So the spare blocks there, that's all going to go into the soak away, along with the cement board that's there, the little bits and pieces. The soak away behind the garage is where I'm going to dump all of this old plasterboard and any other concrete and cement and such like. Anything that's spare, maybe I'll just put under the garage slab. A good old tidy up. Those are the barge boards. They're to go on the ends here, and also to go on the garage. All the shuttering that we put around them beams for around the house, I've de-nailed them and stuck them underneath there as well, because we'll utilise them at some point, I'm sure, for some shuttering, and maybe on the garage as well. In the UK, and I guess in other parts of the world as well, the Western world, you get skips delivered, and then you fill them up, and then off it goes to a landfill, and you never see it again. I don't know whether that's a good thing or bad thing, I don't know. This makes you more conscious about what waste you use and how you get rid of it. So, like I say, I'm going to put it in my soak away behind my garage, which was where the water's going to go from our washing machine into that said soak away. So hopefully we'll be able to utilise all that plasterboard. So that's it really. Not much else been going on. They're just rendering now, and I've got to go. Mon and I have got to go to Global House because we've got. Yeah, there's a little sneak preview. You know, all our cement boards that you can see behind me that are on our brick wall. When we went before, we tried to find some paint for the house external walls. The plasterboard on the walkway will be the light colour like in the ceiling, and you see the reddy browny of the cement board. That's going to stay at that. I personally would like to go brown like the steel frame, but I'm letting Mon make some decisions. She wants to do it like that, so let's go with it. But it'll look a bit odd once you put the brown on the other. So I want to put the solid brown, the dark brown on all the pillars, all the floor beam, and I was going to go on the roof beam as well. But Mon seems to think that we should go for the lighter, not so dark beam. So yeah, when we go to Global House next time, we're going to take a sample of that cement board, and we're going to see whether we can get that colour to match. Internally at the moment, the plan is, until we've finished and made up our mind, to sort of just do it white. I haven't quite made my mind up as to what colour. The wall that is the kitchen and where the TV is, I think I mentioned before, we've got the looky-likey faux boards. So you'll see them later. Well, that's it. I'm going to go home for some breakfast now and a cup of tea. The reason why I was here so early was there must have been someone pass away. I don't know whether it may be the people who live in Thailand on a permanent basis or have been here on and off will know what I mean. Whenever anybody passes away or they're going into the monkdom or even having a wedding, they tend to have the music either going all night or starts very early in the morning. And it's not just a gentle sound, it is loud. Now, as I've said before, I'm deaf in this ear, and this one's not particularly brilliant, to be honest, but it vibrates. And just opposite where we live in Taprang, they must have been having someone, I think someone's passed away, someone died. And at 4:30 this morning, the house started to shake. So that gives you an idea of the volume that it was at and the amount of speakers. Anyway, I'm going home now for a well-earned cup of tea and some breakfast. We've also got to go to get some more plasterboard, another 20 sheets to finish around the covered walkway. I'd rather keep buying in smaller quantities, save throwing it away, because the plasterboard doesn't really keep. So that's it really, that's the update for today. And yeah, 22nd of December 2025. It's nearly Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Well, good morning. It's December the 25th. I won't wish you Merry Christmas, but I really hope you've had a lovely Christmas. By the time you've watched this video, Christmas will probably be over, and the mince pies and turkey will have been long gone. Anyway, here's the update for today. The outside rendering's all done. And they're starting the inside. So come and have a look. The clear cut edges of rendering around the windows and the doors is now complete. They've also started a bit of the first fix. This is for the front lights up here. And they've almost finished the walk around. There you go. It's just got to be finished off and painted. So that's what they're doing there. The outside beam will be rendered and smoothed over to give the appearance of it being wood. Just an idea of mine. And hopefully we'll paint it all brown to also give the appearance of wood. So inside as well, all the renderings now finished. And also as well, they put in, or Lum's put in, I've got to be careful because there's still a lot of stuff on the floor. So this will be a socket and this will be a light switch for outside area. So, yeah. This is the last bit to do. Just got the one section to do. But as you probably agree with me, it's a fantastic job. I really am very happy with what Lum and his team have done. I've said it one or two times before. They're actually making a wonderful job. So they've just started to render. This is in the bedroom and the bathroom. They've not started yet. This is the next job. And then once they've finished rendering, they're going to put the built-in cupboards in, the wardrobes. So they'll render across there. There's plugs going on that wall there. And there's plugs going on this wall here with socket for the light switch. No, actually, yes, it will be socket for the light switch, but it won't be here because the sliding door will slide over there, I think. Yeah, in regards with the sliding doors and windows or shutters and such like, they're coming out. Now we've got all the rendering done and the doors, the apertures are all sort of finished. They're going to come out again and remeasure. So that's a mark of a very good company. They've measured once, and they're going to come out and measure again to make sure their measurements are correct. And obviously Lum has rendered within the tolerances that they agreed, but they just want to come and check. We've agreed the finish of the doors, the bifold doors and all the rest of the doors and shutters and such like. So yeah, I'm very pleased. I mentioned earlier on in the video that we've got the tiles here. That's another monumental task to tile all the way through. We've yet to decide, well no, I say we've yet to decide. We've had conversations with Lum as to, I know it's early doors on the tiles, but what he thinks we should do and whatever. So essentially when we walk through, it'll all be straight and everything, and then, so on this corner here, instead of, it'll come across on a diagonal across there and stop, and then it will come around here. So they'll all be going and flowing in the same way, rather than try and piecemeal it all together. I think it'll look quite nice. We talked about colours for the railing, and also we've now got the design all sorted. So I think he's going to be starting that once he's finished all the inside. We're down to 180 pallet of blocks. I think there's still, well, I know there's still some to be used for some parts of the build. I have brought some inside there for the counters and the worktops, and for my office space and TV area, and also over there with the breakfast bar or breakfast area and kitchenette there. We bought the induction hob, a twin one. I never heard of the brand, but apparently it's quite good. We got that from Thai Wassadu, I think. Global House, they didn't have any. Have to order it. Everything you want, you've got to order. They're outside in the entertainments area. That'll have a gas, because Mum wants gas. They'll also have a barbecue out there. So, yeah, I've been joking with Mon. I don't know if it will come up on camera, I'm not sure. We'll have a look. But you see all those lovely, lovely, lovely beams up there? They're brown, aren't they? They're a dark colour. Guess what colour dust is? I've told Mon she's got to get a big feather duster. She said, why? I said, because you've got to dust all those. He says, no, how am I going to do that? Oh, it tickles me. Sometimes she takes things so seriously, bless her. Also, Mon's getting involved with all the decisions on the colours and things like that, which I'm over the moon about. Some I don't always agree with, but who am I to say they're right or wrong? So we'll go with the flow. At the end of the day, it's only paint. It can be replaced if it doesn't suit. Even the colours of the rails outside is open for discussion, shall we say. I know what I'd like to put on it, but Mon said, well, why can't we do this? So we'll see. We've also had these pipes delivered. They're for the stairs. So essentially, there's 1 and 2 at the top and then 2 at the bottom, and then they'll run the rail between them down the stairway. When we did the similar thing in the main living area, that was quite successful. Putting rebar in there and fill it full of concrete makes it quite sturdy, and they're not too heavy either. They're all right, and I quite like that flared end. It looks quite nice, so we thought we'd go ahead with that. With having those posts as well, similar to what we used in the living area, I think it'll finish it a lot better than just having the rail going round the corner on a big metal post. Also as well, we'll hopefully have a flat top, so we'll be able to put some lights on there. Lum did say, do we want power to them? And I said, no, we'll just use them solar lights or something. We'll see how we go on there. But yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments as to whether we should put lights or whether we should rely on solar. I think solar will work, but hey, you just let me know what you think. I thought I'd give a little walk around, show you the crisp rendering. It's just, I'm so happy with the finish that we're getting. And there's no drama. I feel so relaxed now. This time, first phase, I was stressed because I was constantly chasing, constantly getting not upset, but frustrated at the progress. Maybe I was wrong, maybe I was right, I don't know. But I reckon If only I had had loom then. I don't know. I guess it's different. This is being finished and I'm achieving the finish that I always dreamed of. Just to let you know, we have got our feathered friends up there. Why should I stress about it? Who am I to say they're right or wrong? Anyway. So, yep. I'm extremely happy. Extremely happy. There we go. Here comes Lum to work. It's now 7:30. No, 7 o'clock. No. Amazing. I'm also planning on the next video I will do a cost breakdown of this part, as in the blocking and the rendering and the costs involved in that. The first cost analysis I did, I think I just spouted out all these prices. Probably people skipped it along. Yeah, too much information too quickly, and I think that maybe, I don't know. So the next cost analysis will be less required to have your fingers and your toes all on display to count, because there was too much information. Anyway, there you go. Does look good from out here, doesn't it? It does look good. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up now. This is episode 8 of Gary and Mon's house build here in Dong Quan, Isaan, northeast Thailand. If you found it mildly entertaining, a little bit informative, please subscribe, give me the thumbs up, and I got an amazing amount of comments last time, so keep them up. I love replying to comments and getting involved with people. So I'd like to sort of say, hope all the subscribers subscribe. I hope all my subscribers, my family, my friends who watch this channel had a lovely Christmas. I'll see you in the new year. Until next time, goodbye!